Hi, Jeff. Thanks so much for your time and speaking about your film, The Ride, at Los Angeles Asian Pacific Film Festival. It's a pleasure to speak with you and have you here.
Yeah, it's great being here. The Ride is the first film that I've had in the Asian Pacific American Film Festival, so I'm very excited to be here in LA. As you can see, we've got great weather, and over, I think, close to 200 films. And this film is a film that's close to my heart. It's my fifth film, but the first film that I've done about what I call our criminal and justice system. I work in my day job as a public defender, and so it's about a case that I handled where a young man gets on a train with his pregnant girlfriend, is wrongfully accused of a crime, and what happens to him. And shot the film in cinema verite, which is my first film that I've done in that style, where you just let the story unravel. And it was, I think, a very riveting experience just to make the film.
And what social and cultural impact do you hope this story and the film will make on audiences who watch it and society as a whole?
Well, as public defenders, we're sort of the watchdog of the system. And although many public defender offices are not properly resourced, our mission is to not only provide top-notch legal representation for someone who gets in trouble with the law, also to make sure that the system doesn't abuse its power. I wanted to do a film that really showed how racist the system is. And, we hear the statistics that, African Americans are stopped and arrested and subject to racial profiling. But this film actually shows the audience what it's like to be falsely accused of a crime and how race factors into that. And it also sort of exposes you to the underbelly of the criminal justice system. So after making The Ride, we decided to make a feature film. So we also have a feature film that's called Defender, and we premiered it at the San Francisco International Film Festival a few weeks ago. So we're going to be getting that film out as well.
You did a lot on The Ride. You directed, you produced, and you're also in the film. What would you say was your experience playing all those different roles and wearing various hats?
When you're directing a film, it's nerve-wracking, especially in a documentary, to be in it. And you also don't want, your audience to question your objectivity. So I had a great co-director, Jim Choi, who I really enjoyed working with and collaborating with. But having a film about my job as a public defender, I felt was important, because you don't see stories about what public defenders do, right? You often see Law and Order in sort of the prosecutorial function or the police function, but the public defender plays a critical role. So I wanted to show that both in The Ride and in the feature film Defender. So I hope I was successful.
And where do you plan to take this film?
Every filmmaker wants his or her movie to be seen, and so I'm going to take it to every venue possible. But I really want people who are in jails and in prisons, and also prosecutors, police, people who have power in the criminal justice system, to see a film about injustice. I mean, there's been a lot of films like this, but what we tried to do in The Ride and the feature film Defender is to show how the system could be reformed and what needs to happen. And I think that with Black Lives Matter and everything that's happening around criminal justice reform, it's a really good time for a film about the work that we do, because as public defenders, we're intimately involved in issues of social justice, poverty, mental illness, homelessness. Many of these issues are on the forefront of the agenda of urban cities. And so I'm hoping that we can get a wide audience, get this on public television, and really get this out to the world. So we have two websites. One is theridefilm.org. The other is defenderfilm.com or .org.
Wonderful. Well, thanks so much, Jeff. Pleasure speaking with you, and best of luck with the film The Ride.